Hi guys, Coltman here. I hope you are enjoying your weekend so far. Hopefully I'll get this video up for you to watch on Sunday on my YouTube channel. But what this video will be about is that I will have a closer look at the T-80, the Russian light tank, and by looking at the paper stats, one might think that this thing isn't really all that fun to play, but I beg to differ on that. When the T-80 is the top dog in its game, this thing will be a troll, to be sure. Why, would you ask? Well, for two reasons really, and it doesn't have anything to do with the speed mobility of this tank, which in itself is pretty okay. It's not great, but it's not bad. It's okay for being a light tank, but it's not like M22 Locust, oh my god, great, or something like that. It's a decent tank with some decent mobility, considering the horsepower of the engine, the max speed and the lightweight of the tank. But what I wanted to get to was that one of the reasons why this thing is so good is that it has a very formidable turret, well sloped, quite well protected when it comes to armor. As you can see here, 45mm of thickness. So in effective thickness, that's, as you can see here, in the extreme 156mm up to around 70. And you have 40mm of effective thickness here at the sides, and then you have round about 50 to 100mm of effective thickness on the top of the turret. A weakness, of course, will be the turret ring, which is non-sloped, more or less, and it's only 35mm thick. But what I wanted to get to is that this turret is very good if you do not account for the terrible traverse rate on the turret, but it's very nicely designed, well sloped, and it has a superb gun for its tire, the 45mm 20-K cannon. And this thing is capable of knocking through roughly 100mm of armor if you choose the APCR ammo for it. But standard rounds will penetrate something like 60mm of armor at best, and up to 100mm of armor when you are using the APCR ammo. Basically all the ammo types that you get for this thing will be more than enough to punch through the front plate of a Panzer IV at short to medium range, and that's all that you can ask for in a light tank, especially one as quick and nimble as this one. The second reason for why this thing is as trollish as it is comes with the upper glazes, the hull armor right here. You have decent armor at the low glazes, boiling down to about 65mm of armor, but on the upper here it's around 55mm thick effective armor. And that's not the whole picture. This armor is sloped at 60-degree angle. And what does that mean? Well, I'm gonna show you what it means, just how good that armor is. If you look here, you can see this is the normal AP round that you would get for this tank. And have a look down at the distance charts, where you can see the different penetration values for the different rounds. And what you get is that if you're looking at something that is angled at 60 degrees, like this ammo will only penetrate 25mm of armor when it's angled at 60 degrees. And do you start to get the picture now? Just how good that armor is? Not even the best APCR ammo on this thing will get through its own upper glazes. So if we have a close look at the enemies that you will face in this thing, let's have a look at, for example, the Panzer Kampfwagen 3. Oh, wrong button there, sorry. Modifications. Panzerkampfwagen here. Normal AP rounds. Angle of attack 60 degrees. It won't penetrate more than 36 millimeters. Okay, so the best round then. Panzergranat 40 at an angle of 60 degrees. Best penetration 34 millimeters. Okay, alright, that's interesting. Let's have a look at some other kind of tank that you will face in this thing. Here's the worst opposition you might face. Panzer IV F2. How about that ammo? Can it get through the front? Normal AP? No, not really. How about the Panzergranat 40? Nope. How about the heat rounds? Nope. This gun won't get through the front armor on the T-80. How about the M10 Wolverine? Let's have a look at that. That's also a tank that you might face in the worst case scenario. Where's there? Does it pen? No. Does this ammo pen? No. So the front plate on the T-80 is trollish, and if you use this thing right, you will bounce every shell that hits you. Every shell that hits these areas will bounce for sure. But if you get hit here, you will probably die, because that's where you have less of an angle on the armor. This is the hatch for the driver, by the way. What happens if you take a hit there? Well, your driver gets one to the face, pretty hard, and the commander gets one to the balls, and that's the end of the story for those two guys. And after that you get hit in the fuel tank, and if you're really unlucky, that's an ignition in the fuel tank and you're dead. But that doesn't matter, since both your driver and your commander is dead. So that means that the loader and the turret, he can't do 3 tasks at once. He can't ride the tank, he can't turn the turret at the same time as he's driving the tank, and he's finding targets, and he's loading the gun and shooting. So this tank is effectively put out of combat. So what we're going to do today is that we're going to have a look at one game where I played this tank alone. It's a nice game and a really a showcase in what you might be able to do in this thing. And after that we're gonna have a look at the platoon video where I team up with my trusty old tanker mate Angry Mike. And that bit of video is going to be a collage where I sort of collect funny and interesting clips where we encounter the foe of this tank. I'm not gonna reveal what kind of tank that is, but the foe to this tank is in the game, and you will see what I mean when you see it. But we're gonna have a nice game together with Angry Mike, but first I'm gonna have a really nice game alone. And if you want to stick around for the more of a lulz bit of the videos, just stay tuned after that. So just gonna have to get moving and get on with the video. I've talked enough about this tank. I really like it, by the way, but as I said, I rambled enough. Let's get to the gameplay. So, time for some proper tank action, finally, in this game, or in this video. We've had enough of talking, or enough of me rambling about in the video, and let's get to some proper action in the T-80. And what I'm trying to accomplish here is that I'm trying to move up on the flank on the northern side of the sea base, because I suspect that there will be a convoy of some sort of German tanks, German panzers moving in on sea to cap it. And I'm thinking that if I move up on their side of sea, on the flank, I can park there and cover, and I can pick them off when they're trying to move up on their side of the map to get sea. So I park here, And I kind of scan for targets, and sure enough, I spot the Sturmgeschütz. Fire first shot, kills the driver. Second shot goes low. Third shot is a kill. And then there's a Stug behind him. Firing. I know I'm missing. So I kind of start aiming for that driver's hatch. And there it is. First shot hit. And second shot is a kill. But I kind of suspect that there might be more panzers around, a bit closer up to C, and I spot these guys. It's actually 3 tanks right there, but at the moment I'm just seeing 2. And I concentrate on the guy at the furthest to the back, and all of a sudden I take return fire. So I wait around for that guy to show up, but then I see movement to the right, so I just pop one reflex shot and I get the kill on the Panther 3. And then when the reload is done, that Panther 4 shows up again, and a couple of shots later I kill him. So main point that I want to sell here with this tank is the absolutely absurd rate of fire that this 45mm gun can put out. Like, literally, as soon as I see a tank, I can fire upon it, and I can probably hammer that tank with 1 or 2 shots before it even gets the chance to return fire. And really, that has been what has been winning duels for me in this tank. It might be a light tank, it might not look like much for the world, but that 45mm gun with that penetration and that rate of fire is a monster, and you will absolutely shoot down Panzer, especially Panzer IVs with a short 75mm howitzer slash anti-tank gun, if you want to call it that. I don't, because it's an infantry support gun. You will own those tanks, and you will even outperform a Panzer IV F2, considering the fact that that tank has a long barrel 75mm gun, and it has a long reload, and it's cumbersome, and it takes a long time to turn around the turret and get to aim, you know. Whereas this gun is superb in a duel. The only thing you have to make sure is that your turret is pointing the right way. If you don't have the turret pointing the right way, you're dead, because the hand crank turret traverse is awful. So, as if 5 kills in those first minutes of the games isn't enough, I go hunting for more action, and I see fire coming in towards this position, and I go up to investigate. I found this Panzer 3L or Panzer 3F, it could have been, and he wasn't looking my way, so I took my time. I aimed the shot for the driver's hatch, and I put 1 shot into him, and that was the kill. And I took some friendly fire there, but I kinda misunderstood that. I thought that there was some kind of tank up there firing at me, but no. So I'm all good here, and I'm alone on this flank. So we've secured the flank. There's no enemy tank out here, and we're free to engage the targets inside the town. And oh yeah, sorry about the audio here, it's a bit out of sync. Don't ask me why, but oh yeah, I know why. It's because I was actually listening to a podcast during this game, so I had to overdub the audio from the replay file, and I stopped to take some fancy angle shots at the tank from different areas and stuff, so that's why this part of the video isn't really in sync. It's somewhat in sync, but then some parts aren't. However, we spot more targets in the town here, and I stopped to take a pot shot, but I have no luck. I don't get a kill, and I can't really see a tank in here, but I'm moving to investigate. Spot a tank right there. That's a Panzer IV F or E model, might be a D model as well. doesn't matter, it's dead. One shot to the side and that tank is gone. So as we are actually somewhat rounding up this little video clip here with the last cinematic touch to the fight, I just want to say that this tank is a really good flanker considering its speed and maneuverability. But what you don't want to do is that you don't want to give the enemy a clear shot at your side. What you want to do at all times is that you want to face the enemy head on with your frontal armor pointing towards the enemy. Now, as this battle is coming to a close, we are going to move over to the next one, where I'll show you some of the weak sides of the T-80. And in this game, I'm playing together with my teammate, Angry Mike. And the commentary is live and in Swedish, so I'll provide you with subtitles, of course. Jag hamnar i en låg tier 2 match. Nej, jag hamnade i en ren tier 2-match.
Okej.
Det är en kille i en T-34 1942 i vår match. Då kanske vi ska satsa på att åka långt söderut och försöka liksom komma runt CA från söder.
Jag har ju gjort det nu när jag har kört de ryska och kört upp dem. Då har jag, när de kommer upp i tier 3, när man får möta Hellcats och det där.
Ja.
Då har jag gått jättelångt ner här.
Ja.
Och sen har jag stått och väntat på dem.
Ja.
Det har funkat varenda gång.
Ja visst, för de kommer ju rullandes.
Ja.
De tänker så här att nej, men det är ingen här ute. Här kan jag köra. Ta det lugnt. Utan att bli upptäckt. Och så står man bara och väntar. Jaha, där kommer du rullandes över fältet. Boom! Det bästa man kan göra då, det är ju att vänta ett tag. Så att de rullar ut på fältet verkligen.
Ja.
Så att de är mitt ute på ett fält. Och har typ 100 meter till närmsta skogsdungel och sånt. Innan man skjuter. Då sitter de ju verkligen i skiten. Okej, så du kappar C. Jag åker upp och håller din södra flank.
Det är någon här inne.
Där är det.
Ja.
Vet du vad? Jag skickar artig.
Jaha, nej, det är jag
Nej!
Jag har åkt ur. Så
Nu dog min driver igen. Jag körde ner i ett dike, så dog min driver.
Jag tittade inte att jag åkte ur.
Min transmission och min driver dog. Jag åkte ner i ett dike och så dog de. Vilket gjorde att min gunner, han fick ta över som driver. Ja, matchen börjar bra. Det här, jag kan inte se hur det här kommer gå illa på något sätt. Nu har jag en gunner som försöker köra en tank. Jag har ingen aning såklart. Mer än vad de får lära sig i tank prep school. Där, Panzer 4.
Vad?
Nej, du ser han inte. Det är bara jag som ser. Det är en F2. Nu kör de inte, får ihjäl han direkt här. Kom igen. Ja, sköt ut tornet på honom. 2 träffar så var han död. Han gjorde som vi sa. Han kom rullandes rakt ut på fältet bara. Och eftersom jag stod med ryggen mot en hedgerow så såg jag mig inte.
Nej.
För att min tank är grön. Där, vänster. Klockan 10 har vi en tysk vagn. Han är ute på fältet. Den Panzer 4. Ser han?
Nej.
Han kommer. Oh, det var en till också. Det är en M10 där nere. Åk inte framåt, då skjuter M10 ut dig. Han har skottläge på dig. Det var min driver som dog. Det var det som kostade min tank där. Kom igen,
nästan samma taktik, för de kommer komma rullandes.
Ja, de kommer komma rullandes längs med vägen där som går öster ifrån B. De kommer ta den vägen. där har jag stått och skjutit ut tanks på löpande band. I den matchen då jag fick 11 kills med den här, som jag tyvärr inte har inspelad med ljud, då stod jag och bara sköt ut tank efter tank när de rullade upp för vägen. Du ser korsningen där, vägen som går ifrån landet typ på F5 in mot stan där. Jag stod där uppe och bara väntade på dem. Så kom de rullandes ut i korsningen, då sköt jag ihjäl dem.
Det var en liten... Nej. Ja.
M22.
Du har en locust åkt in i stan och en står där uppe. Han kan inte titta där.
Han står vart?
Ja, en är uppe vid C typ nästan.
Ja, där. Jag tänkte väl att den skulle vara där uppe. Locust. Ja, precis. Back off.
Jag har dragit arten där uppe.
Ja, jag med. Okej. Lika bra att backa ut.
Ja, jag träffar.
Okej. T-80 versus M22 Locust. Det borde ju bara kunna sluta på ett sätt. Och det slutar ju inte med att jag vinner.
Ja, de är redan nere i våran spawn då.
M22-erna?
Mm.
De är ute och trollar.
Kolla vänster med tornet.
Ja.
Du har en rakt framför dig typ nu.
Ja, jag håller på att traversera tornet.
Rakt.
Oh! Nu är jag död. Turret. Gunner ute. Tack! Och loader död. Yes! Klarar mig precis. Tack för det, fire rate. Okej, men då ska jag rulla ner och ta hand om the corpse campers. Eller spawn. Fan är ni? Små pestilence mobiles. Samtidigt ska jag inte åka runt och jaga en M22 Locust. Nej. Det är ju dödsdömt. Stop capturing the sun. Säga vad man vill om M22. Den är jävligt rolig.
Ja.
Där, här är han. Nej, han tog mig. Han sköt mig rakt in driver's hatch. Enda stället som inte är sloped på min tank. Okej, så vad kan vi konstatera? Kan vi konstatera att mot en M22 så har man ingen chans i en T-80. De har typ lika bra kanon, de är snabbare och mer mobila. Och så har de sloped armor. Där är han! Igen! Han kommer ju komma ut här. Då skjuter jag ut han. Fuck you! En till. Fast det är ingen M22 i och för sig. Nej! Vart är han? Nej. Fuck you, AAA truck. The milk wagon, den är inte snabb baklänges. Okej, vi vänder. Kill assist. Tack. Det var det enda jag begärde. Den här M22, han har bara åkt runt i våran rear och dödat alla som har varit på väg upp. Vilket är ett smart drag, för jag menar då är man ju ensam.
Mm.
Jag hittade en tiger här, fast den är död.
Mm.
Det var några comrades som tog hand om den innan mig. Det var en annan T-80 som fixade den.
Har du kontakt?
Nej. Det var... Jo, jag har kontakt fast med ett träd.
Ja.
Det är någonting med mig och träd. Jag kan inte hålla mig ifrån dem.
Det är lumberjack.
Nej, jag är en riktig treehugger. Det är det. Tack och lov så dog inte min driver.
Där. Tror jag.
Va? Vänster?
Var det någon vänster? Nej, det var någon fågelsalad.
En buske.
Ja.
Brukar vara det.
Mm.
Här tänker jag stanna. Och hålla ett öga.
Nej, jag ser det.
Se om jag ser något som rör sig. Nej, men de tar ju se. Jaha, du såg något. Du sköt ut en M4. Där har vi AAA.
Färgen på. Shit.
Där, ja, M4.
Hopp, det kommer den här. Rakt mot dig.
Japp. Det är en sån här. Det är ju en Stuart. Nej, det är det inte alls. Det var en M2. En sån här semis twin tank. Jag kollar om det står några amerikanska tanks som väntar och gömmer sig i the haystacks. Då var det en M4 veteran som berättade. Ja, men när vi var i Italien då sköt vi på höstackarna för att tyskarna hade en vana att gömma tanks inuti dem. Och så hade de som en öppning för gunner och driver. Och så pekade kanonen ut typ. Så stod de bara och väntade i ambush. Om de visste att det skulle komma Sherman-vagnar ner för en väg. Så vad de gjorde det var att de sköt med maskingeväret på den här höstacken. Och så när de hade skjutit lite grann då rullade det ut en pansarfyra ur höstacken. Då gav de den en AP-round i fronten och slog ut den. Kappa C och sen ner till bin som är vid typ E6 och sen in mot A.
Ja, det kan vi göra.
Och sen kommer vi dö mot MT Wolverines. Nej, vi spelar bara mot tyskar. Ja, vi kommer dö mot Panzer 4 F2. Eller Stug 3F. Okej, men jag börjar smyga mig neråt här. Se vad vi...
Det kan inte dyka upp.
Nej, transmission damage. Körde på en kant.
Nej.
Det fick du med.
Ja. Den är svart, min transmission.
Ja, säga vad man vill om den här vagnen, men den är inte durable när det gäller sånt. Här vet jag att jag har stått. Så har det kommit tyska rullandes på rad som jag har skjutit ut. Men de är nog inte här nere nu. Det verkar som att... Jaha, de kappar A. Men ska vi åka in mot A då?
Jag håller på att reparera min...
Okej, jag viftar med signalflaggorna att du ska följa mig nu. Kamrat, follow my lead. Ja, tyskar.
Ja.
Inne vid A. Die. En kill. Tar vi nästa. Nej! Hur gick det där? Vad hände där snarare? Ja, här kommer de. De åker runt på... De har parad här inne.
Det blir bra. Ja. Ja, det vill jag. Ja, om inte annat så gör det väl inget att ta fram.
Det står en stug 3 till höger om Panzer 3-räcket där borta. Jag skjuter på den.
Ja.
Men jag har inget skott överhuvudtaget. Men jag har terroriserat hans motor lite. Så brinner han igen. Okej, vi... kill. Nice. Om man bara vet weak spots på Panzer 4 och på tyska tanks in general, då hinner man äga upp dem med den här vagnen. För att den skjuter så fort. Den har ju nästan dubbel fire rate jämfört med tyskarnas pansers. Ja, inte Panzer 3 dock, men... Nej, de tog av. Okej, de lär ju åka mot C nu.
Ja.
Jag åker in höger här. Inte den vägen jag var på.
Nej, men vad fan.
Men det blir bra. Stugg. Kom igen. Ja! Driver's hatch. Det där var så planerat. Okej. Ner med Arty här. Jaha, du har ingen... Vänta, jag la precis ner Arty i nästa korsning. Åk inte... Nej, vänta. Det har inte kommit än. Det där var bara spotting. Nu kommer the main barrage.
Ja, det var nog någon annan som drog...
Nej. Nu kan vi åka.
Artigt här tidigare.
Ja.
Rakt på mig.
Du hade ju kört ut och dött där.
Ja.
Om jag inte hade sagt något. Tack och lov för det. Jag gillar hur det står pantrar och grejer överallt i stan. So actually I did have a lunch break just now. Now you don't notice that in the video, but I did. And during that lunch break I sort of toyed around with the thought. Yes, call me a nerd, I am. Yes, I know. I sort of toyed around with the thought, okay, what kind of gun do you need to actually get through the upper glacis on the T-80, given the fact that this is actually sloped at the 60-degree angle? And let's, just to make it easier for us, let's say that this tank has 60 millimeters of effective thickness at its upper glacis. Okay. And you're in the absolute craziest of scenarios. You have forgotten that you have a rank, I don't know, 4 airplane in your lineup, and you go out into battle in your T-80, because that's the sensible thing to do, right? And you find yourself going up against these kinds of tanks. What kind of tank will actually have a chance of penetrating you? Will they all get through, or will just some of them get through? So let's start with the Panzer 4. This tank, I'm just gonna pop up the info screen here, because I don't remember what every cannon is called by. I don't know them by heart. This is the Pack 39. I actually thought it was the Pack 40, so lucky me, I popped that window up. L48 cannon. So this is an anti-tank gun. It's designed to pierce armor. Can it pierce the T-80's upper glacis? Panzer Grenade 40, the best ammo. Many people do think that this tank does have. Look at that, 60-degree angle. No. Not even at 10 meters will this kind of ammo pierce the upper glacis on the T-80. Panzergranate 39 APCBC. Nope. Not a slight chance. Not even at point blank range will you get through at that kind of angling. And the heat rounds will fail as well. So this is a no-go. This tank will bounce the light tank's upper glacis. So I've lined up a few guys here. This is the little brother, the Tiger H1. We have the Tiger 2 Henschel turret variant with the long 88 barrel cannon. This is the short barreled 88. And then if we don't get through that, we'll take out the heavy artillery and we'll hit that tank with the 105mm KWK L68. Let's see if that goes straight through. Should do, right? So, Tiger H1, 88mm gun. You have the Panzergranate 39. That ammo will actually struggle, and I repeat, struggle at ranges above 100 meters. Okay, I'm not accounting for the ballistic drop, I know that, because the ballistic drop will actually lessen the angle on the upper hull on the T-80, I know that. But this is just for fun. We're doing this for the lulz, guys. So the Tiger 1 will struggle above 100 meters to get through the T-80 upper glacis. So that's the short barrel 88. Oh yeah, I forgot to check the other kind of ammo. You have the heat rounds. That won't do it. Won't get through. So how about the Tiger 2 with the long barrel 88? Surely this will get through, right? Panzergranate 40. Yeah, but only at ranges closer than 1000 meters. Beyond 1000 meters, you will fire upon the T-80 which Tiger 2 Henschel with the long barrel 88 gun, and you will swear and you will rip your hair before you kill that thing if it's parked on a ridge beyond 1000 meters. So how about the normal AP rounds? That will actually kill the T-80, so then all's good. Honor is restored. The Tiger 2 Henschel will kill the T-80. Okay, that's fine. How about the heat rounds? That will probably bounce. But at longer ranges, the heat rounds will come dropping in down on the upper glacis, and that will just knock out the tank right away. So yes, the Tiger 2 Henschel will kill the T-80. So just to make sure, let's have a look here. The Panzer, the King Tiger 105, the normal AP rounds will go straight through up to ranges at about 1000 meters. Beyond that, you will start having troubles with knocking out the light tank on the Russian side. Not if you're using this Panzergranate 39 AP CBC. That won't have a problem. Even at maximum range, you will knock it out. But if you're using the Panzergranate 40, that actually does have at 0 degree angle a penetration of 307 millimeters, you will actually have troubles knocking out the T-80 beyond, let's say, 700 meters of range. But yeah, funny stuff. This is hilarious. Or personally, I think it is. I don't know if you do. So what about the King Tiger? Panzergranate 43, yeah, no problem there. This tank will just wreck the T-80. Yep. Alright, so now we know that. The Jag Tiger can and will knock out the T-80 if it hits it at the upper glacis. So this is Corpen Fleer, and thank you all for watching. Hope you have enjoyed this video and have a good weekend.